All right. I'm here with Angrath, the Flame Chained. I like the act of treason style thing, and what we were trying to do last time that was mono red, we didn't have many ways to actually sacrifice what we steal. Now, he'll sacrifice it if it's 3 or less, but I want to run all of these act of treason effects with stuff like Witch's Oven, Village Rites, things to sacrifice the thing I steal, Woe, Strider, whatever, just all the black things. Kind of a decent top end, not super creature heavy, so we have a lot of sweepers, like a lot. Maybe the damage based ones aren't necessary because we have so many in black, and we don't really want to cast these when we have a Planeswalker in play, but it's not the worst to do that. Anything else? Anything else? I crafted a Crowan War, which is just another act of treason effect. We'll see how this works. Probably nothing too crazy. I like how it kind of taps your opponent's whole team down, but we don't really capitalize on that by like swinging back. But still pretty good card. Still trying to get the Strixhaven Stadium lethal, but we're not there yet. Anything else fancy in here? We got Valki, which is cool, just because we're black-red, not because like he's doing anything additionally busted. The Scorpion God is a questionable one. I like the hard to deal with 6/5. Like, it's kind of cool, just a 5-drop. It's also a decent mana sink, but it's not like a reliable source of card draw. We're kind of weak to counterspell decks, but I guess that's pretty much every deck in Historic Brawl, right? Unless you're one yourself, you're usually not super strong against counterspell decks, unless you're playing like aggro and you can get under it. But either way, let's see how we do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I am super excited to see Angrath. His plus is very satisfying. We are running Dark Ritual. I'm more of a fan of it than I used to be. Just cheating out things really fast is nice. Alright. Well, like I said, we're not good against counterspell decks, and the first thing we're up against is a counterspell deck. We don't have a discard spell, and this hand is kind of expensive. We only have like one serious threat, but I don't know. We're going to keep it. This is the Weird Teferi. I'm surprised I'm seeing this. I've only seen this a couple times. The 5-mana one is just better in every single way. I don't know why you'd run this one as your commander. Alright, well, this is bad. Okay. If they just cast Teferi, we can... No, we need double black for Murderous Rider. I'd be kind of surprised if they cast Teferi. It'd be kind of weird tapping out on my Angrath turn there. And they also played a tap land, so I guess they're not doing that anyways. But I think this is completely impossible. Well, that's decent. It'll probably just get countered. I'd probably just take a counterspell with it anyways, so you might as well counter it so I don't see the rest of your hand. No reason not to just continuously cast things. And what's nice about this is it's a recurring threat. I'll sacrifice the goat to scry for, I mean, pretty much anything. Anything useful. We might be a little too shy on, like, counterspell hate cards. There might be one or two more we could try to run instead. They could try to Field of Ruin so I don't draw the card I just put on top. Nope. Alright, I'm going to start with attacking. And at this point, I guess I'll just leave up Murderous Rider. No, I think I'm going to just cast Sign in Blood. K-Command is alright, but they haven't played a Mana Rock yet. But that's pretty much all it's going to do. The damage isn't great. I'll probably just make them discard. Opponent controls more lands than you. Search your library for basic planes. Okay, well, we definitely don't control more lands than them. I will shock and discard. So, discard and shock. You. Nice to attack our opponent's mana on their end step, because then we can untap and do something. Barring, like, a, you know, another counterspell. Alright, no, they just get rid of a sweeper. They don't really care about this 3-1, which makes sense. I guess we just continue to attack. It's in a weird state. This is a very strange game so far. Whatever I cast gets counterspelled. It's almost impossible for the Scorpion God to do anything ever. So I kind of want to get rid of it. But I'll just leave up Murderous Rider, because as long as the 3-2's sitting around, I guess we're not poised to feel obligated to do anything. We can kind of do this draw-go thing. Oh, Tao, what up? Finally remembered to catch a stream. There, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're saucing people with the old Angrath this time. I need a way to listen to sounds that Twitch make, because I don't wear headphones when I stream anymore. Because someone will subscribe and I just won't look and see it for like 5 minutes or something. Fortunately, it hasn't been a big deal yet. As famous as I am, I'm not that famous yet. Alright, okay. This draw-go thing feels alright. We can't really expect this to actually kill them. They haven't really played a land in a while, have they? We can't overload their mana, though, with anything that, like two things that are worth countering in the same turn. Priest of Hablabla, you gain a life and draw a card? That is such a weird card. Okay. I guess I'll just toss out a removal spell on it. Doesn't really matter. We have a bunch of these. Okay, well, that's not the greatest. How low are they going to allow themselves to get? Because if they get themselves in lightning bolt range, that would be kind of funny. Let's see if this was the extra turn card. Though they have nothing in play with it, so it's really not that great. Like, at all. Alright, so they're finally killing my thing here. We can almost recur it. We need one more card? You have to exile 4? No, we can actually just do it again. Alright, so we don't have to worry about it. Kroxa and Woestrider seem pretty solid against them, because they're just limitless, like, threats, right? They just have to keep doing something about this. Seems decent. And obviously we're not too upset if they counter it. Okay, we get our goat back. Now if it ever hits them once, they go to 3. We're going to get rid of Hour of Devastation, I think. Yeah, probably the weakest card in my hand is Hour of Devastation. Probably not many targets on their end for it. And we know what they're drawing so far. I think they've drawn 3 lands in a row. So their hand hasn't necessarily changed. Alright, well I'm going to sacrifice the goat so they gain 1 less life. I don't see a reason to actually kill my own Woestrider. Not even sure if I can. I can? Should I? I don't see the reason. I don't see much of a reason to do that. No, I don't see a reason. It would just get a card in my graveyard to get Woestrider back, like, again. But that's not really... I don't think I'm winning with this Woestrider realistically. Oh no. Alright, at this point I have nothing to do, so we might as well start getting counterspells out of my opponent's hand slowly. Actually, not with Angrath, though. I'd prefer to use it with something else like this thing. No reason to kick it, because it's just going to get countered. Also, I'd want to leave up Murderous Rider. This doesn't have haste, though. So, like, they could just let this resolve and use one of their, like, other styles of answers. The longer they take, the more likely it is they only have, like, one counterspell, or, like, the less counterspells they have in their hand. Okay. Neither of these do anything. I could have just spent the mana to try, but I can Goatnap it to give it haste, but I suspect it will either get countered, or this will just get killed by some sort of removal spell. So I don't see that as something I want to do. It looks like they're going to Field of Ruin. I don't really agree with this. I guess it was a manland sitting there. Maybe I should have been attacking with that earlier. I don't know. But I don't like doing this when I have a Woe Strider, because Unleash puts cards in my... Like, you just don't want me to get closer to this. They shuffled away the Elders Reborn that appeared to have been on top just now. Alright, do they have anything in their graveyard to reanimate? They kind of do, but I can't really do anything about that. It's not a Planeswalker, though. It's just like maybe a 7/7, so they actually don't get much value out of this, other than obviously killing my creature. Exiling it, whatever. However you word it there. We've only seen one counterspell. Opponent's been doing a pretty good job at leaving up counter magic, but it's not like we've been forcing them to actually cast it. So I guess we'll play into Tail's End this time. This would be the first time I play into Tail's End. Yeah. Obviously, if this gets countered, it doesn't have its ability to keep coming back to my hand, but I also don't really expect it to smack them. Saw some good. They also have this card, which apparently is not the extra turn, and it isn't draw 2, scry 2, or scry 2, draw 2, whatever. So it's probably didn't see that coming, or whatever it's called. Opponent's really thinking. I don't think there's a reply to thinking that is doesn't come off as rude. So I don't want to say any of them. Thinking, it's like, nice, like, okay. All right, so we knew they just drew that land. Yep, so interesting, they actually let me pick this back up, probably trying to like tempo me out with recasting the same card over and over, but they're not capitalizing on this. So all they did was really buy themselves a turn essentially with this Conquer's Death that will now go get, this doesn't really matter, this doesn't really matter, and it's just a 7/7. Yeah, I'm fine with recasting it. That's fine. Opponent was thinking in advance here, so they have a contingency plan here. They only have 4 cards in hand, though. This has been a weird game. Counter a spell, seek its same value. So you now find a 5-mana card? That's not good, because hopefully the only one isn't just Teferi, like the actual Teferi. That would kind of suck. They declined to put the 7/7 in play. That's kind of interesting. How did they do that? I feel like that didn't make any sense. It's Cavalier, huh? Okay. Sure. That's the Brainstorm one? Yeah. Alright. We can try to active treason it. But, again, it's not necessarily lethal, so it's not really... doesn't feel great. I really want this Lightning Bolt to surprise kill them, but we might be hard-pressed to pull it off. I'm certainly going to try to just active treason over and over, see what happens. Hopefully there's no shuffle effect. Alright, that's fine. They're getting kind of low on mana. Can maybe start doing things right now. Certainly going to lead with Goatnap. If that creature is a goat, it gets +3/+0. That is relevant for changelings. Relevant for changelings. So let's see. What do they got for counterspells? I Goatnap this, or active treason. They negate. Okay, so we can Angrath minus. Kind of the same thing, but I prefer to leave up mana this turn cycle because it's not necessarily lethal, and I'm not going to get hit by Wash Away. That would be kind of bad. Okay, so now we can sauce them for 5. What does this do when it dies? Scry 2? Shuffle it into their library and scry 2. So they get it back in their library, but we get the scry 2. Not super like kicker, sack. Wait, target this, sacrifice this. Okay. I did give them the brainstorm shuffle though, so maybe they didn't want to shuffle, and I gave it to them. Also a chance that they, did want to shuffle. They're not going to have any creatures, so I don't expect another version of this to do anything. Angrath plus Lightning Bolt now kills them, but they're going to be untapping. They've never cast a fairy. It's kind of funny. There's plenty of bad cards from Tome of the Infinite Mind. A couple good ones, but we'll see. Okay. Just a mana rock, right? That doesn't do anything crazy. No, just a mana rock. I mean, it's a good mana rock, but it's just a mana rock. They already had an insane amount of mana. Okay. So I would like to do something about that. Oh, they're going to untap their orrery, huh? Ooh, that's pretty good. They're going to untap a land. Oh, this gains life, does it? Oh. It gains life. Well, I guess this game's over. There's no way I'm beating that. I mean, we can just keep trying. Do I wait for this? No, we're going to cast it now. If I can just maybe incentivize my opponent to cast a random counterspell here, like a soft counter. No, it looks like they're just going to activate its ability. Okay, Assault Strobe? What? Oh, because of the tome. Right. I was about to say, that makes no sense to me. Alright, so we can cast Liliana. No, we can cast Angrath, and if that doesn't work, which it probably won't, we can upkeep attack Dreamcaller with Murderous Rider. I am kind of confused. The plus and the minus do the same thing because they have to discard a card, so I guess I'll just do this. Okay. Maybe it just doesn't matter. They got rid of Swords to Plowshares, so they actually randomly generated one, but fortunately it doesn't look like it'll matter this time. But I think this is over now, because now they draw a bunch of cards a turn, this swings, they gain too much life, I can't close it out. Closer than I thought it really would be, but, well, I guess none of it mattered. That's really unfortunate. But that was close. If Teferi's thing did not gain life, we could have plussed it and then threatened lethal with Lightning Bolt at some point. They would have to, like, Swords to Plowshares their own Dream Trawler to gain life, essentially. But, yeah, that could have been... We were close. Closer than I thought we could be, honestly. Alright, so here we are with the combo deck. I've been seeing this lately. Fortunately, there's not too many combo... Ooh, do we like this hand? I think we like this hand just because of the tutor, so that's fine. Fortunately, there's not a lot of combo decks. I wonder if someone made, like, some YouTuber or something made this recently, and now I'm seeing it all over the place. Certainly possible. I'm not a fan of it. I think there's better ways to... Like, trying to cheat Omniscience into play with a 6-mana card is not really... Like, you would rather just actually, ramp or something. Because you have, like, a better in the meantime style deck. Alright, so we put this on black. I don't think there's too much double red in our deck, honestly. Not really. Okay, black. And there's certainly more black in the deck as a whole. Oh no. Okay. Alright, so we play this. I guess we're just playing the Article, right? Yeah, I'm not going to leave up a Braid. That seems not worth it. We can Angrath next turn. The plus could harass them for a while, but it doesn't just close the game out like super fast or anything. But it could definitely harass them. I'm not too upset if it gets countered right now either. Not really. Yeah, because we still have other things to do. This isn't the end of the world. Alright, no counterspell. Slinging in the hammer. They discard Prismari Command. Whoa, they must have some pretty good cards in hand. What? What's happening? No. Why did they do it that order? Was good. Why didn't they brainstorm first? You find a better card to discard. Am confused. Alright, what do we do on 5? What are we doing here? What are you doing? What are we doing? I can give my own creatures haste and then sacrifice it. So I could like minus on my own witch just to let it die. That doesn't seem like a good idea though. Okay, so this is a ramp spell, right? They don't get the scry? Yeah, they don't get the scry. Abundant Harvest. Okay. Non-land. They got the other blue-red instant. That's kind of funny. Oh, whoops. I don't have to target them with this. This is each opponent. They get rid of... Okay. They got rid of a token generator. They don't have any way to get a token in play, so this isn't happening. It has to mutate, so I can kill the token target in response, and they don't get the mutate trigger. I almost want to just sacrifice this right now. I think that's a good idea, right? Because a Braid is good enough to kill any token, and I don't have a second removal spell to leave up, so... Ooh... I guess this? I mean, sure. Oh no, no lands. That's fine. Seems as though we're not in desperate need for lands currently. They shock themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw 2 treasure. Okay, they can't mutate a treasure token. Why did they shock first? I feel like you do that after. Also, Angrath's ultimate is not really going to do much here. Yeah. Every time they do something like this, I feel like it's a little bit of a win. I mean, maybe not with that card, because it actually replaces itself, so it's not a big deal on their part. But I still think they should have done it at instant speed here. No reason to do it sorcery speed. We found a land. We can now leave up double removal, but I'm going to just sort of slap this on them and then pass. I think a single removal spell is good enough. It's also, they have so few cards in hand, it's not really the end of the world if this mutates. Because there's no cards in hand. Okay, so they deal 4 to Angrath. Maybe the last card kills it. It does not. They're just emptying their hand to avoid discarding 2 Angrath. Which I suppose makes sense. Looks like they've failed that, though. Angrath has been pretty good this game. Oh, man. Memory lapse, lol. Alright. Boop. Let's see what that card was. Let's see if they regret their decisions in life. It was a land, so no, not necessarily. Play this and pass. I don't want to exile anything on the graveyard with Hive for the Eye Tyrant, really. I don't see that as super significant. Not a token generator. What's on top? They kept the card on top. Alright. Alright. So we're going to sacrifice the goat. Wait a minute. This is a goat. I can Goatnap that. If I Goatnap a Wolfstrider Goat token for lethal, someone owes me money after that. That would be so funny. But that's something to keep in mind, I guess. It wasn't exactly on my radar. But we can certainly potentially give that goat, whatchamacallit. Alright, the Leeching Lurker has now flipped into a 4/4 lifelink. And when they get Nightbound, it goes back. I almost prefer this to stay as the enchantment, but... I mean, if I get to hit them, it's basically the enchantments triggering 4 times. Can I just kill them? No, I don't think so. I can tutor for Lightning Bolt. There's no Banefire. I can cut to ribbons. But, yeah, there's... Whatever they kept on top apparently wasn't good enough to deal with either the board or whatever. Maybe they kept something on top that lets them mutate finally, but they have no cards in hand. So if you put Omniscience in play, it's not doing anything. Another downside to this deck in particular is the cards you're actually casting off of Omniscience don't actually win you the game. You have a bunch of draw and loot effects to maybe find something pretty solid, and you can maybe stabilize all the red sweepers and stuff, the blue mass bounce cards and stuff like that. But realistically, you need too many things for this to be worth it, in my opinion. You need to actually do it, and then you need to have Omniscience not get blown up anytime soon, and you also need a good hand to like do something with all the mana. Like, our opponent got to this point where they don't even need Omniscience anymore, right? They're one land away from just casting it, and the only 10 drop could be Ulamog anyways after that, so it's not even like Omniscience is doing much. I'd argue just the only permanent being Ulamog itself is probably better instead of Omniscience, and there's certainly a possibility that is what their deck is doing. Not very good against Angrath, because we can active treason Ulamog twice, given our current... Oh, 3 times, given our current hand, so it actually wouldn't even do anything. And it's not like you're getting the cast trigger, so... GG's. Angrath was really smacking them good there. Made them discard, what, like 4 or 5 cards? Maybe even more than that, because they cast spells into the Angrath, so it effectively made them discard even more. I don't even agree that Storm's Wrathing Angrath was a good idea, because you want to just discard it to the plus. Unless you feel as though I'm super close to killing you with the minus, or ultimate, right? Angrath does give any creature in your deck haste with his -3. We're not running a lot, though. Alright, so we can maybe surprise out an early Angrath. I don't know what we're doing with that, though. But it's against Nicobolas, so this is a very difficult matchup, in my opinion. Just kind of hard to, like, actually win the game. We'll see, though. Hello, red. Alright, doesn't really matter. I guess this one. And then Mind Stone. So next turn we can Dark Ritual Angrath. I'd like to do it when our opponent taps out, though. Please tap out. Please don't have a land. Oh. Too good to be true. Alright, we're gonna definitely Dark Ritual Angrath. So whoop. Whoop. Let's see how they deal with this early. They named blue on this, so they have no black mana in play. Black is really the only thing they can do to kill it from this point. Usually a double black spell too, so this might be in play for a while. And I just noticed this is not the 5 mana bolus, which again I think is a little bit better than this one. At least in the command zone. They discard a Phyrexian Tower. Spicy. Alright, there's the first black source. Chromatic Lantern. Alright, well, they got all the black mana. Gonna plus again. Suppose I'll just run out of Mana Rock? Right, yeah, not really doing anything else. I guess I can lead with Faithless Looting, though. Finding a discard spell in this spot seems really good. No! Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of you, and I guess this one, because the blood token might potentially do something. Not really. And then I guess I'll play this, just for the chance to randomly loot. Opponents played 2 mana rocks, so pretty close to Nicobolas, but they have perfect mana now, color-wise. So I don't really expect... Yeah. They can't minus, because the minus would just... Oh, excuse me. No, for some reason I mixed these up. They put... What? Okay, so hand. Kind of expected a plus there, to be totally honest with you. Didn't expect them to minus. Sure. Still going to continue to do this. We can potentially active treason the token. Is Liliana the Veil without the good ultimate? It's better than Liliana because I don't have to discard cards. Although, I mean, the style of deck where I'm fine discarding my own cards is obviously a different take. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. But we'll see. Alright. Plus your Ashiok. You know you want to. It's the only thing you can realistic... Oh, no. They're basically super friends, huh? Grixis super friends. Not what we wanted to see, unfortunately. It does give our active treasons things to do. I'm one removal spell shy of actually dealing with all of this, which is a problem. Plussing seems decent as well. This has Menace. So we're going to minus on you, because I want that to die. We're going to active treason one of these. And then we're going to sauce... So this is Menace. So this can just kill this. And I guess I'll attack Ashiok. I exile 2 lands off the top. Kind of funny. Do we use the blood token, or do we cast a... I think we cast a Coldsteel Heart. I think that's just a little bit better. I mean, there's a chance we just find a land off the top, though. Right? And we kind of wanted to not have this as our hand. And if, obviously, we find a land that's the same thing. No. That's not a land. It's a haste threat, but it's not going to do anything. Angrath is going to die, and we're not anywhere near casting it again. So now we have to deal with Nicol Bolas next turn. This isn't good. Man, this felt like it was a pretty good sequence. Why are they double attack? Oh, I have one tapped, I guess. I don't know. It seems weird. Alright, well... A Braid Butcher? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any land drop lets them cast this, so blowing this up doesn't seem like it's doing anything. No, I think this game's over anyways, but I guess I'll do this. I don't know. I think this is over. Just attack Ashiok. Yep. Okay, if this dies, we get to kill Ashiok. Right? This doesn't, you know... Can I even beat this? Like, what is it going to do right now? To the top card. The +2 isn't really that good against us. The +1 right now gets rid of our hand. Alright, they found an answer to this. Not too big of a deal, I don't think. But I don't think we can beat Nicol Bolas. There's no way to, like, active treason this. We have some Planeswalker removal. So maybe it's not the end of the world? That's not Planeswalker removal. We're pretty much all in finding it. That is not what that is either. Oh no. Yeah, this is probably over. What's the ultimate on this? Win the game? Each non-land permanent. Oh, well, we don't actually have many of those. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Sure. They got Valakut Awakening, which I think just draws 1 card. Yeah. The ultimate, I guess, gets rid of our mana rocks, unfortunately. Alright, so they got some irrelevant things out of the way. We can poke it with... I mean, what's... Casting Angrath to minus on a token is sort of similar to just attacking with Den of the Bugbear. Except this doesn't just die. I don't know. I don't think it matters. But we'll attack Nicol Bolas, I guess. Do I get to choose who the token goes? I do. Nice. Okay. I can crack the Letter of Acceptance to draw a card as well. I will certainly do this. We have Goatnap. We can Goatnap a spider. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, like, I hope they just like play a. No, there's no way they're going to though. Some giant creature. Yup. They got a Bone Splinters. Okay. The plus has been quite weak. In fact, I really think they should be keeping my hand empty, and they're just not doing it. I think that's wrong. Alright, there goes a land and Eaten Alive. Kind of wish we had that one. But now we don't. The -4 to kill me? 7 damage to target opponent. Oh, I didn't even know it did that. Wow, that's really funny. Creature opponent controls, yeah. I guess it can go face, huh? Yeah, we should probably be... I mean, we're dead next turn to it, right? Yeah. I don't think I agree with what they just did with that card. But I don't know the cards in their hand. Alright, we found an answer to Nicol Bolas. I guess. I don't really think it's getting us anywhere, but I guess we did find what we were sort of looking for. We're still dying slowly to these tokens. And if this ever gets Devotion, we're just totally screwed. We haven't seen any counter spells, so I feel comfortable not playing around them. Not only was it a counterspell, it was like the best one of all time, but that doesn't matter. Any counterspell does it. So their whole opener was good against what was happening, and then to close it out, they started top-decking counterspells when they needed them. I can't really do anything about that. But like I said, counterspell decks are going to be the problem, usually. I'd like to play against a creature-based deck. That would be kind of cool. Just one time, please. Sweet, it's mono white. It's the best way to play against a creature deck. Oh, no, there's no black mana. No, dude, no. This makes 4/4s too, right? So the deal 3 isn't great. Oh, I mean, I can't mulligan the Cauldron Oven. There's just no way. No way I can do that. It's just... That's a bannable offense, dude. I'll play Valakut as my land next turn if I don't immediately top deck one. Well, now I certainly will now, because 3 mana for a black source, we can get the Cauldron Familiar going. I don't think I've ever Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven ever in a game of Historic Brawl. This is great. This could kill our opponent. Oh man, let's see him beat this. Got the 1 in a million there. Or 1 in, what? 25 factorial? I don't know. I don't know the math. No, it's 1 in 99 times 1 in 98, I think. I think that's the math. Which is 0.99 times 0.98. Actually, not super unlikely, if that is the math. Not super unlikely. Ooh. Thoughtseize. Let's not get adorable. Ranger Captain. Oh. Okay. View battlefield. This hand seemed really questionable. Wait a minute. What? Why did they cast Relic? Why didn't you start, like, playing things? The whole point of this is, like, as we see here, you have to kill me. You know, you're playing mono white. You don't draw cards. So, you gotta start killing me. You gotta start playing your stuff. The playing the Mana Rock to, like, potentially cheat out your commander next turn with a land, or not cheat out, but, you know, ramp ahead. Baneslayer or something does not seem worth it. You kind of need to play this. It does just die to Angrath if I hit a land drop, but your mono white, you can't respect that. Also, you know about the Cauldron, so anything that I steal I can sacrifice. It doesn't have to be 3 or less. You really just have to start playing things. But I don't really like my opponent's keep at all, actually. As a mono white deck, their whole hand was like 4 and up. Save a couple cards, it just seems interesting. I guess the philosophy is you don't really want to play out your hand before you cast your commander, so you can get the value there. Alright, so we're going to lead with a 1-drop. Hopefully we get one of the Cauldron Familiar pieces off of this. But not necessary, right? We don't have to. There's certainly other good things here, I guess. Okay. Sure. What? Do we have anything to do right now? We could, but I'd rather just play a tap land and not hope, hopefully we didn't have to abrade. But it's not like we're doing anything on 3, really, anyways. Okay. Do we abrade that? We're not doing anything, so I think I will. I don't see abrade as being super useful. And anything to get them away from a 6-mana Planeswalker seems nice. Oh, well, there goes that strategy. Really? Is it a werewolf? No. No, dude, not like this. Not like this. This feels like a good matchup, too. Oh, that's so lame. Oh, thanks. It's already at 8. I don't know. They're not even going to block. That makes no sense to block. Wow, they blocked. That does not make sense. You should not give me cards in this instance. I don't think there's any good card to get, but... control. I guess this is eternally annoying, so I guess I'll just cast it. But I have to cast this anyways. We're just dead next turn, though. We're literally dead. Right? Like, they just plus again, and then they minus, and we go to 1. I have no way to stop this. I can active treason a token? Alright. Well, I guess that happened. Again, not a creature-based deck. Creature tokens, but not... These active treasons are not serving the purpose I want them to. As glad as I am to not see a ton of creature-based decks. I would like to see some right now. Oh, no. And the creature-based deck we played against, they just sort of scooped. Their hand wasn't... I mean, their hand was actually really bad against us, too. They wouldn't have known, but... Active Treason Baneslayer and then sacrificing is pretty great. 2 lands. Niv Mizzet is another blue-based deck, so... yeah. This hand is pretty bad. We're probably going to change the deck a little bit. The sweepers with the bunch of removal kind of don't work nice together. I don't think it matters. I don't think we can win here. This is a really hard one. This is probably more difficult than Teferi. Oh boy. Phyrexian Arena is good. No, correction. A resolved Phyrexian Arena is good. You know what? Maybe I should have left up a Braid, actually. Because they could play a Mana Rock here. Not unlikely. Yep. Of course. Doesn't help them cast their commander, though, because it's colorless. Not that they care. There's only 4 2-mana Mana Rocks. Unless you play the Ornithopter, then there's 5. Also, this land is weird. Enters the battlefield tapped. Choose a color. Scry 1. Starting player untapped. Weird card. Very weird. Okay, so... Kroxa is really good. Suppose I'll just run it out. Kroxa could be good here. I almost want Kroxa as my commander, actually. Because it's just cool to not have him in the command zone. I think that's kind of interesting. Okay, they get rid of a... Okay, I've never seen that card before. Just like a Fiery Cannonade, 2 to all, Pyroclasm. Is it instant? It is. Alright, we're going to abrade this Mind Stone, which feels really bad. Actually, maybe we shouldn't, because it just doesn't... They'll just get rid of it. But abrade isn't doing anything else. I don't know. I'd just accept that we're not going to deal with it, I guess. Okay. That's not terrible. I might just Grim Tutor here. Don't really know for what. It's pretty much my last turn to Grim Tutor before they start casting Niv Mizzet. I don't even know what I'm getting. Discard spell? Looks like it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. Pass. Putting cards in our graveyard closer to Kroxa. Not too shabby. This technically counts as 2, because whatever it can draft might go to the graveyard as well. It can draft a land? Really? Oh wow, I didn't know that. This can draft a land. That's crazy. Speaking of which, there it is. I'm not going to take it. I guess this, because it's cheap, and I'm not upset to have my drafted card go to the graveyard. I don't expect them to just windmill... Whoa! Blue, blue, blue. Red, red. Okay. What? I think it's more likely our opponent just had to go. But no, they scooped right when they drew, so I don't believe that's the case. If they scooped at another point, but they looked at the card, then they scooped. I assumed it wasn't a land, and they just didn't feel like maybe I had a good matchup. If they do cast it, and we cast Angrath, and we sacrifice it to something, we're in a decent spot. We can kill it with 5 damage between these cards, but that's them drawing 2 cards and us tapping out. So, wow, I don't know. Okay, maybe they just didn't feel like they had what it took to win the game. They didn't know our hand. I mean, we'll take it. I'm not upset about that. Certainly wasn't an impossible matchup, just quite an uphill battle. But if they do have to tap out for their commander, I understand not having like counter magic, which is the strongest part of their entire deck against us. If they just have to tap out for a turn, they could be in some serious trouble. Certainly possible. So I'm going to take out these 5 mana damage sweepers and either bring in more spot removal, more sacrifice effects. I almost want to add another land. Is there another Phyrexian Arena style card? Maybe another tutor? More removal? I almost always want to sacrifice... Whoops, that's not how you spell that. Always want to sacrifice outlet. I'm going to add that. Because you can always just target itself. Like, oh, sacrifice your own creature to target the creature. Like, you can active treason something and then target it with Spark Harvest and sacrifice it to the cost. So you can always kill it even though you might not get like value from it, like a Village Rites or something. This also demands sacrifices, but it's on your upkeep, so you can't use a card you steal, unfortunately. So never mind. Also, I don't know how I feel about Eldritch Reborn. I'd prefer to have something just cheaper. Seem like we're a little too expensive. While I like the card a lot, it just doesn't seem like it's necessary. Maybe Angrath Rampage? Yeah, that's fine. It's good answer to Planeswalkers and early mana rocks, although I'm not a fan of blowing those up too often. I don't like Blast Zone or Field of Ruin. We feel a little color greedy, so I don't know. How many... I'm not going to ask how many lands we have, because it's always not enough, right? It's always not enough. At least in my lists. Sacrifice a mountain? No, there's no way. Coin flip Rakdos? No. I thought about it, but I want to stay light on the 5s and 6s. I want to stay light. But it was in here for 0.2 seconds when I was making it. It was in here for a second. Probably another removal spell. I'd prefer it to be able to kill Planeswalkers. Eat to Extinction. Baleful Mastery. That probably should have been in here. Perfect. Perfect. I wish the guy who narrates the voice of God from Halo Infinite, or I guess he's in every Halo multiplayer. I wish he just narrated my day at work or something. That'd be great. I love that dude's voice. Zalrakis. Playing the red-green. Wish it was Sarkhan Volcard, but it's not. So we're not too upset to see that. We did take out 2 sweepers against a creature-based deck, but again, we're kind of active treasoning instead. Alright, so you on black. Oh no, they have decisions? Oh no. I don't like seeing decisions this early. I'm gonna rampage that, because I don't have an answer to it, and I don't want them to get ahead of me for, like, mana purposes. Extinction event is looking pretty good here. Well, given what we're up against. Oh, look, it paid off that I killed the Lotus Cobra. Probably. They could actually play their commander this turn if I didn't kill it. Beginning your combat, counter on another creature. Okay, so it can't, like, do it itself. Rampage on yourself to sack a goat-napped creature? Yep. Silly. Alright, so we're gonna... Replicating Ring? I guess technically this is slightly better. But, you never know. I don't feel as though the Celestius is good right now, because I like my whole hand. And I might as well, if there's ever a chance for this to get the 8 counters on it. Alright, these are both even, which is really nice. What they call in the industry dummy thick. We have to... Ooh, we can leave up Lightning Bolt too. That's really nice. If they go to recast their commander. Even. Let's not mess this up. That would be a game-losing decision. Or mistake. Which is technically also a decision. Alright, so now we're probably out of lightning bolting. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Do we steal this? No. No. Keep the board clear. Keep Angrath healthy. They're far away from their commander, so I don't really... This gets haste, right? Yeah, so hopefully there's no haste threat. There was not a land, right? So that's good. Double mana rock? Nope, Angrath. Looks like they have a castable 1-mana spell here. So if we did minus, it might have been Lightning Bolt, and that would have been unfortunate. But now Lightning Bolt might just get discarded. Yes! Yeah! Dude, Angrath plus lethal? Oh, yes! Look at it. Let's just... Moment of silence. Oh, that was good. That was good. We didn't even really need the sweeper, honestly. We could probably deal with the board with Angrath's minus... and whatnot, right? So, nice. It's like the hammer actually killed them. Yeah, no fire, no steel, and they just scoop. The computer blue screens. All right, what is this? Oh no, it's a blue deck. Wait, this is the Vadric but worse, right? Yes, this is the Vadric, but worse. We have Dark Ritual and a red source, so you know what we're gonna do. I swear, every time I say hello, I say a color. Like, hello, red. Hello, black. Oh, every game, dude, no. Every blue-red opponent, I swear, they always have the mana rock. Every blue-red opponent. It's not fair. I need an adult. Alright, player commander. Do it. Do it. That is that a wizard? I guess it's a wizard. So this tap isn't last okay. So technically all their wizards are like soft mana darks, but like weird ones. They have counter magic up now, and they did not tap to cast their commander, so one can only assume what is going on. I kind of want to kill their mana rock, but not really. We don't have a land. So it's pretty important to find one, I think. I don't care if this gets countered. I feel like that's a win. Nah, they didn't counter it. Rip. Alright, so play a land and probably pass. Obviously, it looks like there's a counterspell up, or maybe it could just be a... No, there's no way it's a shatter effect, because they would have cast it. Alright, another wizard. Sure. This can kill wizards, right? Please? Yes? Okay. Power word, kill non-wizard. Another wizard. That's adorable. Unfortunately, they're... Oh, hey. Thanks. Unfortunately, they're playing creatures we're not, like, excited to steal. Ooh, they said oops. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Let's see what's in their hand. Looks like... Oh, no, if it was a counterspell, they just snap uninterested in, uninterested in defending it. I suppose it makes sense. So, we have things to do with the Dark Ritual mana if Angrath gets countered, so I'm fine with just doing it right now. Play this, cast this. Oh, they don't have anything, wow. I'm gonna plus. I don't feel good about taking care of any of these cards. I might as well make them sacrifice the Mana Rock to slow them down. No, I think it makes more sense to keep Angrath as healthy as possible, and I'm going to tap out to continue to do things, so... This just makes sense to me. And it feels my graveyard. We have Kroxa now. Opponent's playing pretty fast. Hopefully that means there's not many decisions to make. This just dies to Angrath. Oh, no it doesn't. I don't have the minus. Rip. Oh, we got a sack outlet. Perfect. Oh, nice. Alright. So this will make our opponent scoop. Doesn't do anything. Oh no! Yep. That sucks. That's actually really, really good. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, we had a sack outlet. I'm dumb. We actually just had one still. Alright. We don't... I think it's fine playing another red source. I don't want them to untap with their commander. But also... Spell less cast. Okay, I'm actually going to kill the Trickster to keep Angrath alive, because they already have enough mana to really cast anything. Opponent is big salty. Oh no, they killed Angrath. Is this a 2? I can still sacrifice it. But I think I'm better off just tutoring for a sweeper. Probably. Alternatively, I could just recast Angrath. Take action. No, that doesn't make any sense. We should probably recast... We should cast Kroxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. That doesn't mean they lose life. It's free to just swing with this. Actually, no, this makes more sense. We had the mana. Oh boy. Probably one of these is good. This is also good, because it just starts killing their stuff. But I think Languish is fine as well. Just kill the board here. I was hoping they were going to swing with the Omen Speaker on accident, but their opponent still has their wits about them. Okay. They deal basically 3 damage to us. 0 mana, deal 3. Okay, what could possibly... Okay, so we go to 4? Wow, I mean, yeah, that was a really good card to draw. This doesn't have haste, does it? It does? Oh. It has haste, dude. Oh no, I didn't sacrifice Kroxa. Ooh, that's not good, dude. That's not good at all. Am I dead? What are you doing? Oh, we're dead. That's lame. Opponent was acting like a 12-year-old there at the end too. I don't know what's going on. So if we sacrificed our Kroxa, we had a food, right? And we could gain 3 life. So I actually punted that game. The game was not over. It wasn't over. That was a mistake. I could have had a food token and lived. Trying to think. Because they didn't have... Did they draw a discard? No, they just made a treasure token, which means they would have had mana to cast their commander, but it was only one. Yeah, no, I actually punted that game. The game was not over. That really sucks. Now, they have a lot of burn spells, and it does kind of suck that they had perfect... Like, they had the perfect mana in the perfect amount of wizards to pull off the perfect top deck to put me in lethal range while also killing Kroxa. So that was really the perfect thing they could do. That's really unfortunate. But yeah, the game wasn't over. That sucks. I don't know why I didn't sacrifice it. I'm pretty sure I could have, right? Yeah, it was sitting in play. I must have, yeah, I just didn't realize. That sucks. But you take your L's and you move on. Back to the red-green thing. I forgot to say hello this time. Maybe we shouldn't have kept this. No, it's fine. We have things we can do outside of... Yeah, we're good. We're good. We don't need lands. We would just like lands. This might also be the only double red card in the deck. Certainly an argument to take it out. Though double red isn't necessarily difficult for us. Oh. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. We can eliminate that. That's fine. Oh, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing, deck? One land would have been fine. I can't kill their commander. I can if I find a land, though. Preferably an untapped one. But if I don't, I think I'm just dead, because then this sits around, and everything they do after that, it just starts killing us. That is not their commander, okay? Can't cast that. We're done. Probably could... Yeah, I don't think we can go any longer without lands. I think that's a good keep, though. I like that hand. That sucks. I didn't elaborate my hand. I was talking about the last game, but I would have kept that hand. Shoot! Oh no! It's the blue deck. This hand is pretty good. Just need one land. Phyrexian Arena is really good against them. Well, usually. I don't see myself getting pressured too hard, so... Cut to ribbons. Ooh, imagine our last... The wizard opponent milled that over. That'd be really funny. Guess I'll just do this now. Get rid of Blood in the Snow. And... Cut? Cut doesn't kill their commander. And the ribbons part is probably just where we want to be. I almost want to Dark Ritual this Phyrexian Arena, and I think I will. Just because I want it in play. And getting an early Angrath doesn't seem super important in this matchup. I don't see this as a flat, straight-up counterspell deck, so... Just cycling the Dark Ritual, essentially. Because we get, the sooner this is in play, the more cards you draw. Okay. I wonder if we want Simulacrum. Can we sacrifice this one if we steal it right now? No. Alright, so we'll just play this. We can exile their commander. Does that work with this? When it dies? Yeah. So we can exile it to tax it, but that obviously isn't really doing all that much. But it's certainly something we can do. Or we can just not draw lands. Do I have to deal with this right now? I don't want to. No. I'm not going to tutor for a land, because casting a mana rock is essentially the same thing. We have very few creatures, so their Scare God's activation isn't super strong. Unless they, mill themselves. Please don't leave up mana. Just play things. Ugh. Yeah, well. I guess I should have answered it, because now they probably have no reason to do anything, and then we just lose. Right? They could just sit behind this forever. What do we miss? It doesn't really matter which one we cast. This or this. It doesn't really matter. Yep. Yeah, we're done. We just can't. Opponent got to a spot where they can put a threat in play, and then never have to do anything at all. Unlike the regular, more control style things. The damage-based win condition is just too fast. If it was like a Teferi or something, maybe we could stick around. But the fact that it actually kills us super fast is a problem. Phyrexian Arena doesn't help either. Maybe an early Angrath would have been better. I just don't think so. Probably wouldn't have mattered no matter what I chose. Alright, we've lost the last 3 games here. Get a little bit of a comeback. Although I punted the first of those 3. Pretty hard. Kind of unfortunate. It's really depressing. I guess we lead with this. I want more sack outlets. I feel like I'm getting a lot of treason effects and not a lot of sack outlets, honestly. Kind of annoying. We're gonna discard here, right? Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, okay. Land? Could get rid of one of these, maybe? The fact that I don't have a sack outlet makes me want to get rid of one of these. And I guess technically this one's worse. It's funny, I think I had a choice to discard between these 2 exact cards last time. Okay. Well, as long as Kroxa Fate winds up doing something, I guess that's fine, right? Heroic Intervention is a bit of a problem, but they have to, like... Wait, did they play a land before they played the Augur? Am I big confused? This would have been a really nice turn to cast the Sweeper, because I'd rather them... I don't expect them to tap out now, and we're probably going to have to deal with combat tricks that are an issue. Opponent gets value. That's fine. I'll just tap this to put the counter on it. Ugh. Ugh. No. No. There goes my stadium. Oh, hey, never mind. Well, that's fine, actually. That only gives indestructible to 1 creature, and I don't even think it's right to give it to this. I think you should have gave it to this thing. Because this is the thing that's drawing you cards, essentially, right? I also... Okay, no, that sort of makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Just cut me off as much mana as possible. But we have the answer. Non-dragons. So now they just have a 1/1. I don't even... Yeah, it really just doesn't seem like that was the correct target for their bodyguard, in my opinion. I mean, your commander's in play, but it's not doing anything at all. Okay. Okay. Hit me for 1. They don't hit me, so... Yep, they have a spell here that's instant, that's some form of combat trick. Knowing my luck, it's Heroic Intervention. Should I make spiders? If I make spiders, it forces them to swing all out. I prefer to just play this, though. This is probably stronger. Because it doesn't immediately die. It does, actually, if they... No, it doesn't. Yeah, this is probably fine. I almost don't want to plus, but... I mean minus, but I'm going to minus. Please don't have a raise the alarm. Oh. Oh, shoot. Alright, that's fine. We're not upset about that. That is totally fine. That is not as good. That is not as good. Oh, they make a token, though. Okay, so they're not plussing for any value. That's fine. So, Valki's minus is exile target artifact or creature. And then he goes to 2, so he dies on board. Oh, that's really annoying. I guess I just Angrath steal the token. Oh, it's annoying I can't cast 2 things. And the fact that I can't means I suppose I might as well do this. Yeah. Well, okay. Alright. I'm gonna just make them do the tradesies here. I'm gonna take the token and swing it Ren and 7. They're gonna block. So the token dies. Angrath actually lives here. No, it doesn't. It's at 1. Never mind. I thought it was at 2. No, it dies. Ooh. Basslusk? Basslusk, thanks for the follow, man. Opponent finally pluses here. Yep. Okay, I think this is a token card. I seriously doubt it's the sweeper. This does not deal with... Oh man, the board is just annoying right now. They just have like the perfect things to annoy us. But I guess it is what it is. So we'll do this and we'll make... we'll probably just make spiders. Because they do have menace, which means they have to like double block them to... I don't know. Do something. And maybe we can Angrath to steal another token and finally get this Ren and 7 out of here. Already got lands. That's fine. What did it get the first time? Did it just whiff? It looks like it did. Oh wow. pretty nice to see those cards out of the way, I guess. When does this flip? Beginning of your end step. If you attack with 2 or more creatures, 3, transform it. Okay. It doesn't really turn into a serious issue, which is nice. This doesn't do anything except plus, unless both of these die, which is very unlikely. So I'm going to lead with a plus. Okay, that's a straight answer to this. So now we can Angrath and not minus. Oh, but this is tapped. No, I don't have the mana. I really want Angrath in play right now, but I guess all I'm really doing is discarding a land if I do that. I have to deal with this. Oh, but I'd like to deal with this too. But there's no way they're going to sacrifice that as their artifact. That seems ridiculous. Alright, we're going to just do this. And then we're going to play this. And still no sack outlet. Can I kick this right now? I can. I think I will. Surprisingly needing a lot of mana. And I think Faithless Looting is fine right now. Could wait a turn, because the mana is probably not relevant to just wait a turn, but I'm just going to do it. Maybe it dictates how we play the next few turns or something, or how we block maybe, I don't know. Alright. We are not swinging. We're going to defend our dude. And Valki has to deal with this before it gets out of control, which it could literally do right now. I really think they would be in a better spot if this was Augur instead, but for some reason they just... I don't even agree with this attack. Oh, they can put a counter on it? Okay. Really? Well, yeah, alright. If that's all you can do, I suppose that makes sense. This actually just deals with the Great Henge as well, and I don't have to tap all that mana. Is this spider dying this turn? Probably not. Let's just Phyrexian Arena. Ooh. Oh. Is this dies to Angrath. So we're gonna make them discard. They have 2 cards in hand. Shatter and Shock doesn't do anything, so discard. Discard and Shatter. Oh, don't have Heroic Intervention. Oh, thank God. Oh. Oh, boy. I was about to cry, dude. So we're going to minus on... We're going to minus... Yeah, it's called thinking. Why is everyone so upset today, dude? Oh, my God. We're going to minus on the 5/4? Right? Or do I get rid of the other card in their hand? No, we're just going to minus on you and then swing with it. And then it will die. This doesn't really have anything to do, unfortunately. I can't play this, so we're going to pass. I'm going to leave up Heartless Act and potentially get them in a spot where we can remove the counters and kill it in combat with the spider, right? It's not a terrible thing to do. And Angrath, we'd rather lose Angrath than the card drawing us cards. So this is kind of a strange sequence, in my opinion. For them, I think Lulthuth is just better right now. This does kill their cards over and over, but... Well, if they're not doing anything at all, then... It was almost strange to actually let me put the loyalty so high by just recasting it if you weren't actually going to do anything other than swing. And they're not even leaving up... They can't, like, activate this because they tapped it. So this is... They must have a land in hand or something. I mean, it can't be anything but a land at this point, because I can imagine they can probably cast everything in their deck. All they did was give me loyalty, realistically. Okay. I guess we're glad that's out of the way. Still seems a little weird to me, but alright. Again, I think it's fine to leave these two up and just not cast the Arcane Signet. It's not really necessary. Okay. That's fine. They make a 3/3, which also gets a counter on it, so I actually can't kill it with the Heartless Act. Alright, so here we're going to remove counters now, pre-block, because I want to see... oops. Send some of that shade back. You know what's really funny? They actually scooped before they read the card. Like, they just got so butthurt we cast a removal spell, they scooped. But this actually doesn't do anything. And they, for a second before the game like closes, they could very likely have realized I actually just didn't do anything except remove a counter. And it dies in combat. But I think it only died... No, it hasn't died. So they could actually recast it post-combat. So to the extent of their knowledge, they just... They were just salty and scooped, having not actually read the card that I targeted, thinking it was just a flat removal spell, but it wasn't. And then we can abrade the 3/3. Keep our Spidey boy nice and healthy. Probably make more spiders. And how are we dealing with the... I guess we didn't have an answer to Vivian, right? We could active treason the 4/4? No, it would be a 3/3 because we don't have the Anthem. We hit it and then we don't kill it. No, we had a manland, right? We might have had a manland so we could kill it. If I'm paying attention to my manlands, which, if you know me, I don't do that. Especially the monocolored manlands that blend in. At least in my eyes. This is yet another 2-land hand. How loose do we continue to be, dude? How loose? This isn't a mono white deck, so I kind of want to just find a sweeper and call it a day. We essentially did, but again, 2 lands. Now we got 3 now. This is fine. Excuse me, this is fine. This is fine. Though we don't have red, and I'm probably going to name black with this Coldsteel Heart. Angrath is bringing the worst out in people, dude. This is great. This is great. I'm upset we lost to that wizard player, dude. Oh, it's so close. So close. But it is what it is. Did they mulligan twice? Really? Wow. It didn't seem like they did. All right, I was about to... My heart sank. I was kind of expecting a Esper Sentinel. Thank God it is not that. Which is probably in this deck, because it's a mono white deck, and it also likes artifacts, so... I am going to certainly Innocent Blood right now, because then they're very far away from this for a while. We don't have anything to do next turn, though, now, other than, I guess, the Mana Rock. Really want to draw a land. What's happening? Did they... What's happening? Did they not choose? Oh, okay, there we go. I thought they made a mistake. Left it in the graveyard. That'd be an unfortunate way to end this. Hey! Well, just like us. We're gonna do black. We're gonna do black, because double black is important, given our hand. And the red isn't actually doing that much. Angrath can repeatedly attack Oswald, but that doesn't seem like a super strong thing to do. Alright, well it does play around that, which is nice. We found a mana rock, really nice. A decisionless mana rock, so I don't have to like incorrectly choose a color or anything. Paradox Engine is not far away. In any Oswald deck. Yeah, I suppose there is the looming possibility of some degenerate combo. When I played Oswald, I didn't have Paradox Engine. I might have, actually. I'm not sure. I might have. But I made it, like, just making my own thing, so it didn't have a combo in it, I don't think. Unless just insane value in one explosive turn with the Paradox Engine is enough to warrant someone scooping. So we're going to just steal this. Right? I mean, at the very least, we can do that, which is nice. Opponent is pausing on our replicating ring. They're thinking if they want to sacrifice this in response for no reason. They don't have a 4-mana artifact, but obviously they can get one. So we can Angrath and kill it now. I don't know if I want to do that. Because then it just dies of this, and that's really, really annoying. But I guess it's not the end of the world. But it doesn't deal with this, though. Like, it's still in play. We're gonna do this. I crafted this card, and I haven't played it, so we're gonna do that. And, yep. Unless they have a disenchant, which is, you know, pretty likely. This comes back with Summoning Sickness, though. We can still minus on it as well, but I think I'll just minus here and at this point, right? Okay, that was their draw. Alright. They still don't have a 4-mana artifact, though. Oh my god, swing. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. It would be quite a blowout. They're not going to swing, though. They're forced to swing next turn, but not this turn. Which makes leveling this up probably a mistake, because now they actually kill each other, which they probably don't want to have happen. I have a way to guarantee them both dying, but I think we're safe with the removal spell to just... Oh, we can sacrifice our own artifact for this? No, that's not possible, right? I don't have white mana. Oh, I do! Yeah, you're right. Look at that. Chat's helping me out, dude. Chat's helping me out. Also, what up, Brad? Yeah, I guess we are just going to sacrifice... Yeah, no, whoa. I want to block and trade, though. I really don't think key is worth it. I don't really need mana. Our opponent's light on cards, and the whole game is revolves around Oswald. So I just want to kill him. That just seems way more important than getting another mana rock to potentially get a card that... I mean, I already have 2 tutors in hand, right? The perfect card is just a tutor away already, instead of like drafting one to potentially get something good. Alright, so don't do anything ridiculous, opponent. Just don't do anything ridiculous. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. You have mana rocks in hand, and that's all there is. Okay, they can actually level this up, so they don't lose the savior. I didn't realize that. I mean, I'm still going to kill it, but now I have to actually kill it. It would have made Sweltering Suns a little bit more enticing, but not the end of the world. Not really. It feels bad to kill your own commander. Oh no, what's this? Protection from... Oh. Protection from white, dude. Actually, I'm just going to do this now to give it... To deny the scry. Right? That makes sense, right? Just deny the scry here. I mean, is this worth protecting? In our opponent's eyes, do you really want to just protect the Selfless Savior? If they have another spell that does that, it looks like they do. Oh. What? It was gonna die anyways, though. You just made your hand more light for... I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna use the 3-mana sweep. Wait a minute. We could just actually kill it with this now. That's hilarious. No, but they can recast it, though. Right? I'd rather kill it out of... from... Yeah, I'd rather kill it from hand here. Rather kill it from hand. And it looks like naming black with the Coldsteel Heart wound up paying off. Because I get to cast a double black spell right now. That is called hindsight 2022, and it paid off. We have 5 mana, right? No, we have 6. I seriously doubt any of it's going to get blown up, so we could probably go for one of these. This one guarantees I kill their commander if they play like 2 creatures, because this might not. I could just get another removal spell. K-Command actually kills their commander while also blowing up potentially Paradox Engine or something. Though if they don't have Oswald in play, Engine doesn't seem like it's really doing anything. Looks like there's no Engine because they would have played it first. Oh, I can't shock it because it's at... Ooh, yeah, it's at... Ooh, shoot. If this doesn't work, we lose, right? Almost lose if this doesn't work. So maybe we should do this. No, but what are we really doing if we keep doing stuff like that? Let's just do this. This seems fine. And then we can sacrifice it for 1. So we can use this here on this. And sacrifice it to the hotel. Oh, this is great. Oh my god. Has to be 3. Doesn't really matter. I guess this one's technically the best. Maybe even this one, draw. No, I like the Celestials. And then we, yeah. Hey, yes. 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 And we can do it again. Okay. They draw a card, sure. Interesting land. Okay, they name Angrath, which I probably wasn't... Well, I mean, I guess I was going to cast it. No, I'm not. That's fine. I almost feel like our opponent wants us to cast it, but maybe not. Oh, wait, no, they don't, because they're obviously immediately doing this. Yep, we're doing this again. Thank you, opponent. Sacrificing this. Opponent's looking at our graveyard like, are you serious? I guess Lightning Bolt, because it's actually castable if we lose the key, and they all sort of do the same thing. D-Spark can hit... It's another target for Paradox Engine, but I just want answers to this. You're probably the worst here, so... And we do the thing again. Oh my god, this is great. So now we have Lightning Bolt to actually kill it, because it's a 3/3 every time due to the Paladin class. Oh man. Oh, Mystic Forge. Alright, that's probably gotta go, because that can start doing crazy things, and I'd rather it not. Okay, sure. Lesser mana? So what's on... Actually nothing in play. There's nothing that this gets, so... We're gonna K-Command discard, I think? Yeah, because they have 1 card in hand here, so... This and this. You discard, and we blow up the Forge, because that's really annoying. And then we tutor? Do we just tutor here? I think we do. Probably for... We don't have like a Shatter Storm. This is less than, right? Yeah, which they have no targets for. I don't really feel like attacking the graveyard is where I want to be. We're just going to tutor for maybe just a big bomb here. Professor Onyx seems fine. Let's just get Liliana, because the -2 when they play Oswald is really good. Kill 2 things, right? And let's just triple check here. This won't be getting anything. Okay. Yep. I guess Graveyard Hate would have been good, actually, because I could have dealt with this. No, I can't. That's annoying. But not the end of the world. Okay. So we take, what, 8? Sure. Hopefully I don't have to wind up lightning bolting that. That'd be kind of annoying. I guess we can just... We can steal it. Yeah, we can steal it. And we get back, what, Coldsteel Heart? seems kind of fine. I mean, they draw a card, though, if we do this, but I can't really stop them from doing that. So, it is what it is. If they choose to draw a card, and I'm sure they will. They could just keep this in play, but I don't think they're going to. Wow. They just kept this in play. Does this do anything else that I'm not aware of? No? They're just keeping that in play? I am very confused. I feel like you want to draw a card absolutely in this spot. Because what, I mean, are you... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it goes to hand? Oh, I thought it went into play. That's lame. They didn't copy Mystic Forge with the copy artifact? What? What on earth? I don't... That's gotta be wrong. 2 Mystic Forges is just great, because you can keep tapping it to, you know, get rid of the top. I don't agree with that at all. Okay. Foundry Inspector is not really doing much. Letter of Acceptance. Alright, so they have, like, infinite mana. They're just not really doing anything with it. Okie dokie. Well, we get to get the card out of their hand again. I think it's just a land, though. I think. It was a Mana Tithe. That is really funny. This doesn't do anything scary, so I don't feel like I have to deal with it. We can just play Liliana and Plus, maybe. Arcane Signet first. No. We might wind up needing Lightning Bolt. Yeah. There's really no reason to minus here. I don't see a reason at all to minus. They've had Key in play, or Mystic Forge in play for so long, though. It's going to probably get them where they need to be. Okay, doesn't really matter, doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's the ability to just cheat off the top like this is absolutely insane. Like, imagine they were just drawing these cards one at a time. We absolutely win in that instance. But now there's, I guess, game to be played. I will probably Lightning Bolt now, so I don't have to lose the 2-2. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm not losing the 2-2. Oh, I can't Lightning Bolt. I can't Lightning Bolt. Oh, because of the stupid Paladin class. Oh, I should have Lightning Bolted on my turn. We lose Liliana, which is obviously really bad. Really bad. That's very unfortunate. Oh, and this thing, right? This taxes us as well. So we're kind of just after shatter effects now. In fact, it's almost crucial that we really need to find them. Oh boy. I don't know. This is looking bad. Sweep the board, I guess. Yep. Can't really do anything else. We're still going to lose this game, I think. This is not looking good. I really should have Liliana in play. This is just really bad that I don't. When it dies, you get an artifact. Sure. Do they have one that's a problem in the graveyard? Not really. But that means if I go to kill the Mystic Forge, I yet again have to deal with it from the graveyard. Okay. I'm gonna kill this, I guess we lead with a... Yeah, we're gonna lead with a plus. Okay. Do they have any artifact in play in graveyard that's a problem? Doesn't look like it, so it kind of makes sense to Lightning Bolt this. No, Scrap Trawler, right? And they can loop this back and forth. Well, actually, I guess they can't. Alright, so we're going to just Lightning Bolt this. And then we're going to attack with Eye Tyrant to exile something. The Workshop Assistant, I guess. So it can't loop. Alright, they took a card I didn't expect them to, honestly. That's interesting. Oh, they still discard. Oh, little bit of a mistake from the opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can activate this and not tap it to itself. Because I've done that way too many times. Swing, exile, I guess, Scrap Trawler? Or Workshop Assistant. Technically this one can get any artifact, so I'd like to just do that instead. Hit him for 3, but they're still... The Mystic Forge has drawn them, I think, 14 cards so far, I think. And has exiled like 5 planes, or that many planes. Okay. Yeah. No Ulamog yet, I guess. But they've only seen half their deck, technically. Then. Finally recasting Oswald's. Is there a haste thing here? Something that gives us haste? Because they know it's just dead on board to my Angrath. So that's kind of interesting. I suppose I'll... I mean, we force it, right? We force whatever's going on in their hand to happen right now? Because this just doesn't make sense to cast unless you have something... Alright, I'm confused. When does this flip? On 3? 3. Okay, so we activate this. Oh, no, we don't have anything to get anymore. There's no more artifacts, so let's not get... Let's not trip ourselves up. Let's just do this here. Our opponent allowed us to flip this, which I think is a mistake. Swing? Each opponent loses X, you gain X, where X is the cards exiled with this, which is 0. Brought back. Okay. Well, you're not blocking with it, that's for sure. Oh, I guess you can anyways, it comes in tapped. So, do that, that's fine. Take 3. Wish I had Lightning Bolt, but I have to kill this now, so... does it matter what I use? Not really. I guess this is an instant. Can I... No, I guess I can't pay for this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can, but I have to crack this. There's nothing else I can do. I can only cast 1 spell anyways, so it makes sense to do this. This puts our opponent on a single turn to find something. Pay, kill, pay. So Oswald can't get them out of this. It has to be some other card that wins them the game. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. Because, I mean, either that or they have to answer this creeping in. Ulamog doesn't do it because we can actually exile it. Get rid of that, yeah. This has been an insane game. But it really would have been a non-game if I maybe tutored for an exile effect on their graveyard when the Mystic Forge was in there. Did they just go face with that? Okay, is there out of nowhere damage maybe? Put us to 5. It's a mono white deck. I don't see anything killing us. Looks like they're just conceding. Looks like it. Can I possibly mess this up somehow if I kill this? Let's see. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They can tap this with Spinning Wheel. So I guess I go to combat first. Seems like it makes sense. Force them to just do that. So I guess they have another turn, I think, yeah. Which means they actually demanded, they forced me to have another answer to Oswald, which is pretty good for them. But we do have the answer. In firing up the hive basically just kills us, so we do this. We plus, and now they're dead to Angrath's plus. So they found a way to buy a turn with the spinning wheel tapping. But we'll see what they can do. And unfortunately, they're not at 1, so they can pay a life to re-roll the top of their deck. Oh, we're dead to the Guardian Idol. Oh my god. No, I mean, there was nothing I could do about that, though. There's nothing I could do, right? Like, I have to kill Oswald. And this is getting tapped no matter what. So, yeah, they just got out of it. They drew way too many cards with that Mystic Forge. If it wasn't for Mystic Forge, we just win. Because you see all the cards that they drew in a row, they would have had like 52 turns of drawing really bad cards. But the key, the Mystic Forge just won the game. I should have found an Exile effect or something. There's a fair amount of Shatter effects in our deck too. Hold on, let me look at the list. I mean, I don't really want to run more for that matchup. It feels like a really good matchup. Our opponent had no business having that many turns, honestly. We really needed to close that game out faster than that. We just couldn't. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh. It was a really good game, though. I'm glad our opponent stuck to it, too, because a lot of people would actually scoop there because they just feel like they can't win, but our opponent obviously stuck with it and won. So far, it doesn't seem like Scorpion God in any scenario is a worthy target to tutor for, nor is it something I'm feeling like happy tapping out 5 to ever like just have sit there. It's a lot of mana to activate his ability, and it costs like 6 mana to kill a 2/2, and that's, you know, it would have been fine to kill Oswald over and over. In that specific instance, it would have been decent, being able to block and attack and pressure. We just didn't tutor for it. I think I'm going to drop it, though. What else has just not been great? He's stuck since the day he was printed. He's certainly overshadowed by... There was 3 of them, right? The Grixis colored ones. So the Scarab God is really good. I like that card. The blue-red one's decent. It's usually a combo deck or something. And the black-red one doesn't get a lot of love. But I do like the -1/-1 counter Wither-style Black Sun Zenith decks. I really like those. Like Necro Skitter and stuff. Phyrexian Crusader. I like that stuff a lot. But I usually do mono-black with it. I don't really put red in it. But he would incentivize red for it, certainly. Yeah, alright. So maybe one more Shatter effect. But again, I don't see our... We're probably not getting into that scenario that often, so shattering Mana Rocks is not... It just doesn't feel good to do that. Usually. Is there a whole Shatter, like... I don't think there is. Destroy all artifacts? There is. Literally, Shatterstorm is in the game. That would have been an excellent card to have in that spot. But I don't think this is worth playing. Yeah, it destroys our opponent's soul that last game, but most games this is not doing anything. This might, right? This could do something. 3 mana, blow up 2 artifacts. I'm willing to try it, but just having a bit of a Oswald bias currently because I just got clapped in a game. I feel like I shouldn't have lost there. That's not true, actually. The game was so long, there's no way to decide, you know, if I made this one different decision 20 turns earlier. Really, it's just not how you should look at it. It's not realistic. I'm just upset I lost a long game. Alright, mono red. Release the goblins in Arena? I don't know, actually. Oh, the only multicolored gods were the ones that Nicobolus like corrupted when he was on Amonkhet. The other ones are still monocolored. There was like 1 of each color, and then there was just 3 dual colored ones. I don't know what their original colors were. I don't know if they would even technically have. Well, they would. So I don't know. But they were Grixified by Grixie Boy. Oh, okay. Deals combat damage, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're probably just going to kill it. I need a second red source to cast this. And I like my whole hand, so I'm comfortable playing this as my land drop. And do I swing? Nope, no reason. It's first strike, 2-2. Thought they were always Grixis because he influenced the plane. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The story doesn't talk about them that much. Okay. I feel like that's not a good idea. I don't know. Oh, that's so annoying. What else? How often can they... This card is so annoying. It also hit really good cards. That's just... I mean, I have to deal with it. So I'm going to do that. Alright, we can Vraska's Contempt Chandra, which is pretty good. Don't really care about the 1/1s at all. And I'm certainly going to kill this. It's far away from being cast again after the fact. Make sure it's a black source. Make sure we did do the thing. Doop-a-doop boop. Phone is buzzing. It's really annoying. Kurgerbing. It's giving me an Uber Eats discount, but I don't eat fast food because I like my intestines happy. Alright, so we're going to make 2 spiders here. We could just plus. This isn't really... well, it is 2 damage to Angrath, but that isn't really a big deal. They missed a land drop and didn't cast a 2 or 1 drop, so this might actually do quite effective things. Putting it to 5 seems better than putting it to 1 to get rid of this, because this way it's essentially at 3. And they didn't play a land last turn, so they're not threatening the 2 tokens to kill... No, this wouldn't kill it, because it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So they need something else. Still need something else. They don't have it. Nice. They don't have anything that deals with this. This is great. We are very happy right now. I can put the spiders in the way, so this can't kill it on its own. So I think I'm going to do that. It's also probably the correct card to cast in this spot anyways. I don't know what their hand is, because it costs more than 3 mana, and they're not, like, I don't know. Oh. 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 That's insane. Wow, they cleared my board. That is absolutely insane. Well played. That's crazy. Okay, ooh, you know what? We probably should have discarded that land to this key, but I guess I have village rights, so I'd rather it not be village rights. We could try to cheese our opponent with an approach win. Probably better than the other things we got going on here. This could genuinely close the game out completely. Gaining 7 is no joke as well, so I kind of want to take it, but Doomblading this creature seems like a better idea. Yeah. Meat Hook Massacre gives us time. We'll just Doomblade. Let's not do crazy things. I mean, you know me, though. Alright, they drew a land. Good, good, good. Wasted their whole turn here. We get Angrath back in play. So it looks like Approach wouldn't even have made it. I think the game will end before Approach would have came back. I wouldn't have cast Approach in this turn. I would have certainly cast Angrath. They discard Burn Down the House. All you need is 1 land to actually kill Angrath with it. That's kind of weird. It's also weird that they're running it. Command Zone? Do we need... Yeah, let's not be stupid about that. Let's not shuffle that away. Alright, well, I mean, they knew we could recast it. So they're willing to get rid of the last card in their hand, which is a 4-mana Chandra. I feel like that would have made a little bit more sense to play there. Maybe not. Well, a mono red deck with no cards in hand is a nice place to be in. It doesn't just die to the Hive. I could... Can I cast Wolfstrider and fire this up? I guess I can. I don't like doing that, I don't think. Do I? I can minus here, fire this up and kill. But I don't really see a reason to kill it. It's not really doing anything, like, at all. The tokens are 2 power, but I don't think we care, actually, at all. This is all sorcery speed, so I have nothing else to do anyways. Might as well fire this up. I doubt I'm going to have to block with this. That would suck if I did have to, but I don't think I'd have to. Exile... I guess an instant or sorcery, the most likely thing to be cast from their graveyard. They're probably not interacting with the permanents in their graveyard, so... Yep. I will probably block both of them. I could just block one, actually. Yeah, could just block one, right? Sure. It's not like Angrath is dying. And these tokens die no matter what anyways. Just keep the Wolfstrider around. Nope, don't need that. Yep. We actually got pretty close, especially the Wolfstrider. Pretty close to casting Approach the Second Sun a second time. Obviously, if this gets blown up, we're unhappy, but that means our opponent top decked a Shatter effect and not a pressuring card. I'm surprised our opponent stayed in as long as they did. Felt like it was over. Kaladesh? What's KLD? Oh, yeah, Kaladesh. Yeah. Remastered. Alright, we'll play one more game. Play one more. I always say I want to play 90 minutes, and then it turns into 2 hours. So. Azusa. Oh, boy. I don't know. Thoughtseize is making me real comfortable, so I'm going to keep this. I am not going to attempt to discard a Llanowar Elves. Opponent sauces us with the zombie wave. Don't you dare play a Llanowar Elves. I swear to God. Oh, thank you. Alright, Veil of Summer? Oh, dude, is it Veil of Summer? Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. It's Veil of Summer, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna let them just cast a 2-mana card and tap off of it. I am not playing into Veil, dude. No way. Not happening. Fight me. Alright, play something. Alright. Oh, no! No, that's not what I meant. Oh, come on, opponent. Please, stop. Why you do? Just stop doing things. Oh. Oh, Veil of Summer. It's a Veil. Like, what else could it be? Nope. Not doing it. This is a sorcery, right? We can technically active treason Azusa, but I really don't care about Azusa. It's probably one of the weaker commanders. Yeah, you get to vomit your hand out, but then you don't get to do anything else. So. Okay. We're happy to see nothing, I guess. I will certainly Angrath, because you can't Veil of Summer this. They can cycle Veil of Summer now, because I've cast a black spell. I'm not going to minus on Azusa. That seems weird. If they cycle before... If they discard before the Veil, it gives them less options. I wonder what they discard here. Probably a land? No, well... Is that a land? What does this do? What is this? Reclaim the Wastes. So, sort of a ramp spell. There's a couple haste threats in mono green. Not too many. Questing Beast, Vorniclix. That's not technically a haste threat. What do you get when you play a land? Just life? Okay. So we don't want to see creatures, and the non-creatures aren't too big of a deal. But I guess a non-creature would have grown this. They still have Veil of Summer mana up. It's driving me crazy. I want to confirm that it's Veil of Summer too. I need to. They discarded Heroic Intervention. So you mean to tell me the 2 cards they have are Heroic Intervention and Veil of Summer? Why would they keep this hand? This seems weird. They didn't even have a payoff for this other than just gaining life. I just don't like this. Yep, still gonna play around Veil here. So this goes on, doesn't really matter, so I guess black. Do I try to kill this with Meat Hook? Well, I guess I can't now, but... Veil of Summer doesn't stop this, but then I can't do anything after that. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, I should have paid more attention. Veil doesn't stop my red cards. I could have stolen this and then stole it with this. You've been listening to the 1000 Minute by MG Remy. Toski. Okay, we can actually deal with Toski, fortunately. It looks like we finally got this Veil of Summer, though, because the plus will actually get it. I swear to God, if it's not Veil of Summer, dude, I swear to God, I'm going to be a very upset person. Okay. I guess it makes sense to tap out, because you can't really capitalize them. They're going face? Oh, right, because of the... Right, Toski. Man, Toski was actually better than I thought, huh? Yeah, because they actually get to draw cards and stuff. Okay, they gain some life, that's fine. And then they pass. Alright, plus or minus? I can minus on Toski. I pretty much have to, honestly. So, I don't have to minus with this, though. This is annoying. I think we're just going to meat hook for 3. Yeah. The opponent's probably just seeing the writing on the wall. It's going to get a lot harder to win. But we don't actually have a solid answer to this layer. So we meat hook. We're going to meat hook for 3. Sweep the board. Plus, they lose one of these cards. I never found out if it was Veil. Shoot. It had to be Veil, though. It had to be, right? Like, why would you discard this instead? It has to be Veil. They can fire this up for 1, 5, 6, 7. 7. Kill Angrath. And then, well, that would mean they're not doing anything else. Which means all we're worrying about is this. But we actually don't have an answer to it. So yeah, we sweep the board. We plus... and then we go from there. But it's a really, really uphill battle. But much like Mono White, Azusa just does Mono White things where you vomit your hand in play, and then you don't really do anything. You have way more card draw than Mono White does, but it's like, it's not like, it's like chunky card draw, like Harmonize, or in like the Great Henge, you know, stuff like that. Azusa just doesn't let you play cards off the top of your deck, you know, so... you'd almost rather it be like without Oracle of Moldiah or Augur. It's hard to just get stuff off the top of your deck because you want those in play while you're pulling lands off, and I don't know. It just runs out of steam really fast. Actually, let me look at mono green 1 minute instant speed cards real quick because I want to see what my opponent possibly could have had there. Go to Historic Brawl. Go to green instant. I clicked everything except the right thing. It was castable before there was a creature in play. And it was an instant. Technically could have been Life Goes On, but let's assume it was not. It could have been this, cycling it. Could have been this. This isn't an unreasonable card. I have never seen it, though, but certainly possible. Up to 3 cards in graveyards. Probably wasn't that. Yeah, no, that was Veil of Summer. It was Veil of Summer, dude. It was Veil of Summer. Absolutely. Playing on full control? I've never seen that. In all my days, I've never seen anyone posture, which is weird. But I've never seen it. Never ever seen it. Even if when I was playing high mythic standard, like Nexus of Fate control, I never saw anyone manipulate the full control button. I did sometimes, but usually it wound up not mattering because people still tend to not respect it, usually. But it's been a very long time. Anyways, I like this deck a lot. I think we went like even on wins, and there was 2 wins we really had in like that Oswald game in the blue-red wizard game. It felt really favorable, and we just didn't close. I mean, we punted the wizard one, and we just let them draw 50 cards with the stupid forge, so we just couldn't keep up, right? A Crowan War was good. The one time I cast in the Oswald thing. Force our opponent to like play protection on a creature and do some weird stuff to try to avoid it, and it wound up not mattering. The tutors never felt like they were going after the big expensive cards, so maybe these could be something else, right? If we're not tutoring for these, I don't know what we're doing with them. This is kind of another meat hook massacre, right? Except you lose the life, which could be a problem, but if you sweep the board, you're not too upset about losing a bunch of life. Especially if it's only like up to 4 usually. You're not really... That's 8 mana right there. It's kind of hard to get this to a high X. We're not a green deck. The reanimate part's not super strong either, because we don't really have a lot of creatures to get back. In fact, I don't like this card at all. I think I'm going to drop it. Didn't really get to use Cut the Ribbons either. We never saw Bedevil either, but Bedevil's just solid. It's just solid. K-Command always felt good. Probably one of the strongest, if not the best card in the deck is K-Command. Just a really good card. Phyrexian Arena as well. One of the best cards in the deck, probably. Same with Kroxa. Dark Ritual felt good every time. We got the Cauldron Familiar Oven once. Maybe that's enough to take it out now. I like the Oven, though, because it's a way to sacrifice your opponent's active stolen creatures. So I think this always should be in here. Familiar, maybe not. The incidental life gain is alright, but not super necessary. Also, this doesn't do anything at all unless you already have the Oven, so it gets a little bit weaker. And by that logic, Cursebound Witch doesn't really have many strong targets to draft out of. So I could probably just drop that as well. I mean, you could get... What is it? Card number 14 here. No, whoops, number 13. This is a really good enchantment, but we're not running it, right? For a reason. It is a 7 mana potentially do nothing. So I think I'm going to drop the Witch too. We could probably just add some lands, because there were some games we got mana screwed. I don't know if those games would have been better if we did not get mana screwed, but it's certainly probably a good idea to just run some more lands here. Because you know me, I'm probably light on lands in the eyes of many. So we can add another card that isn't a land. I'm trying to think. What else do we like? Let's filter mythics and rares. Can't go wrong with those. Talisman, maybe? Shoot, if we had this guy... No, we'd need Paradox Engine too, actually. I like Pack Rat. It makes dead cards good, right? That's certainly... It's like Jumpstart, where like, oh, this card doesn't do anything, you know, but you can turn it into a rat. But we don't really play to the board, and we tend to sweep the board, so playing to the board and then blowing it up doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't like splitting decks into both directions. Unless you're like playing to the board and have a couple sweepers, right? But then you're playing to the board way more than just Pack Rat. Usually. Coin flip Rakdos? I know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to put in. He just costs 6 mana, doesn't he? Like, oh. Wait, do I not own him? No way. No, he's right here. Showstopper. Yeah. It is another sweeper, but I'd kind of rather it just be a sweeper if I was going to do that. There's a chance your opponent doesn't lose anything, and then you just feel bad, right? Flip a coin for each creature, and then they just... And it doesn't even show the animations. I think it flips 1 coin, or it doesn't even do that. I don't know. I don't want a moment where I cast it, my opponent loses no creatures, and like my Woolstrider died, and I'm just sitting there baffled, befoamdazzed. Befoamdadded. I like this card. I like a Perpetual Loot. I like 6 mana Chandra for those counterspell decks, so I can like ping them to death. Though that usually winds up not being fast enough to matter, and you just die because they just kill you. Like the first game we played, if we had 6 mana Chandra against that Teferi, I think Scrap whatever would still kill us before it mattered. The flying thing. But I do like this card. It was in here for 2 seconds. I do like Falling Star. Doesn't play too nicely with this guy, though. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this. It's a land while also being a removal spell, and both those things are pretty relevant for our deck. Yeah, why not? Ooh, Gonti's good too. He probably should have been in here. Gonti is just a solid card. I really like Gonti. Maybe it's better than the Mauling. Is there anything else I'm not big on? Playcrafters. If you play this and you don't have a creature and they kill it before its trigger resolves and like Angrath is in play, you can lose Angrath and that feels bad. We also probably have enough sack outlets. Maybe we don't need this Playcrafter. Because it basically is just an edict. We usually don't have a weaker card to sacrifice. And this is an expensive sack card. So if I active Treason, I'd need 6 mana to like do something about it, right? So we could drop this. Yeah. I think we had it like once, and I didn't feel good about casting it, and I don't think I actually did cast it, so... Yeah, I like this. This deck is super fun. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, so that's cool. I certainly like black-red strategies, especially when they're not aggro. Any method to take something and not make it aggressive, I will find that method. I will find the 99. You could probably go with maybe a few less active treason effects and bring in more removal, or maybe 1 or 2 more card draw spells, or even another tutor. I like the 5-mana tutor that puts a card in your graveyard. In fact, I probably should run that card because it puts Kroxa in the graveyard, and that's pretty huge. And, well, speaking of not great cards, I don't like Butcher. I'm not even sure why Butcher was in here. I think it was because I had a different idea for the deck early, and I just never took him out. I mean, the one time I cast him, he killed that Ashiok, I guess. It wasn't like he didn't do anything, but... I think, where is it? Final Parting is just better. We tutor for a card, and we just put Kroxa in the graveyard. That's nice. Or at the very least, just pull out a dead card. But, I mean, it might just be a land. Or Bifrost if we feel like that's not something we want. I mean, there's always a card you're not upset about putting in your graveyard, especially when you're a red-black deck. Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it there. Super fun card. Angrath, super fun deck. The games were interesting. They weren't like over instantly. I wish we played against a little bit more of the creature-based strategies, but I think we got enough of them to showcase a lot of what we could do. This was, again, fun to play. Let me know what you think about it. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.